Well, the Philadelphia Eagles have signed another guard. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Justin Jefferson's big contract compared to A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, the cap numbers. It's absolutely amazing how crazy Howie Roseman's had a fantastic offseason. We're going to be looking at Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelce. They have been officially put on the retired list, what the cap numbers look like, cap savings, all of that great stuff. So let's get into all of the news.
We better do it. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So by the time you're watching this video, we're going to have Eagles mini camp for 3 days, which is great. Media availability, a lot to look forward to. And then obviously after that, we'll be waiting again until Eagles training camp. But, you know, the Eagles are always trying to upgrade this roster. The Eagles are always trying to add more players, and Howie Roseman is just still not done. Adding Max Sharping is a guard. Mostly has played on special teams, but he's had 33 starts. He's played for the Texans and the Bengals. He was a second-round pick. So you're adding another guard to the mix. Matt Hennessy and Tyler Steen and Keegan and McMahon and Mekhi Becton and a lot of these other guys. A lot of big competition at right guard. And on top of everything else, not only do you find out who starts at right guard, but I think this is a fantastic group because I feel like there's a lot of I think you're going to get your depth this season. You're going to get your depth for the future, at least for right now. And Lane Johnson's going to retire in a couple of years. So if you know, and Jeff Stallin's O-line room, if you're not starting, okay, if you're a backup, you're playing more than one position. That's his rule with the offensive line. And just adding another body there is great. So you bring in a veteran presence, to the offensive line, another guy here that's got a lot of experience. So that's great. Matt Hennessy's got experience. They brought in Sharping. He's got experience. So Mekhi Becton, been playing for a few years. He's got experience. So, I mean, you have a lot of guys with experience here, and you have newcomers coming into the NFL that we drafted, and McMahon and Keegan from the draft. Tyler Steen's been here for a year, going into year 2 already. Matt, so there's a lot of bodies, and can't complain about it. Really happy about it. Just add more to the offensive line, more protection, and you get to find out not only your starter, but you find out your depth pieces and maybe some future pieces that have a lot of ceiling. So very interesting. Now I want to go over Justin. Now Justin Jefferson got paid a crazy deal. I mean, a non-quarterback, huge deal at 110 guaranteed, $110 million guaranteed, highest paid in history. We all know he deserves it. We all know he was going to get paid a lot of money. But this really compares to A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Okay, and I think this is really important because, A.J. Brown, obviously $32 million a year, okay? The Devontae Smith contract was an interesting one because, the Eagles used that little loophole, used that fifth-year option, for $15.5 million, whatever it was. And then, so really, realistically, you have Devontae Smith for like 5 years, including this year, which is amazing, and took less money. Devontae Smith was getting criticized online the other day of why he took, does the Devontae Smith not have an upper hand with his agent or something like that? I don't know why people just can't be happy for players. There are selfless players out there that don't really care about the money too much. So what if I make $20 million a year, making another 2-3 million is not going to make a difference. I'm still rich. I'm still can make as much as I want. So Devontae Smith wanted to keep everybody together, and I think, him just being the person that he is, and Devontae Smith is not a flashy guy. He's not going out buying expensive this, and he's probably, if you look at behind the scenes what Devontae Smith does, he doesn't show off what he has, and he's not those type of guys. He's got a baby on the way. He's got a lot of stuff going, or he's got a baby now, and he's got a lot of stuff going on. So keeping this band together, and Devontae Smith just getting a lot of shit for that. I don't get that. There are players out there that have loyalty. Got to remember, Devontae Smith was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. He's a homegrown talent. Those guys want to stay in Philadelphia the rest of their career. A.J. Brown is a different story because he wasn't drafted here, but he's got a lot of connections, okay, especially with Jalen Hurts. So it's really helped. And to be honest with you, you look at the numbers between Justin Jefferson, between the cap number for Justin Jefferson or the money-wise, I mean, it's a huge difference. I mean, it's the combined guaranteed money for A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, $135 million to Justin Jefferson's 110. I mean, that's still freaking amazing. Okay. Two bona fide. I'd rather have two bona fide players in A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith than having one really, really fantastic player that you really have to count on every single game. Okay. Because this offense is the distribution. Everybody has got to be of not only available and healthy, but everybody's got to be on their game. And there's a lot of weapons in this offense, and we've added more weapons to this offense. And between wide receiver 3, hopefully we'll find out who it's going to be, whether it's Anaya Smith or John Ross or somebody else, Paris Campbell. Or you're going to go to your running backs, Saquon Barkley and Will Shipley and some of these other guys that are here now. A lot of distribution of the football, and you're not going to be able to hone in on one guy. But these guys on the field, even when A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith line up with everybody else, a lot of guys are going to get attention, and then Kellen Moore can really get his matchups every single week and really exploit some weaknesses to some defenses. So, I mean, Howie Roseman has had a W offseason. It's been, I mean, not only signing players to free agency and drafting really well, but at the end of the day, you know, you're able to lock some of your guys up and believe what we're doing here and believe in, the process that we're, doing in Philadelphia for the Eagles. And, it's a great thing to see. It's a great thing to see. So people bashing Devontae Smith for not getting more money. Yeah, he probably could have. He probably could have went to another team. I wouldn't doubt it. And I don't even think Devontae Smith has even reached his ceiling yet, to be honest with you. We've seen him play well, but I'm telling you, I don't think this is going to be one of those seasons where you're going to see A.J. Brown has a good first half of the season and Devontae Smith has a better second half. I think they're going to have some games where they're both going to be, pretty balanced. But there's going to be some games where you're going to actually, try to go after one receiver just because of the matchups and stuff like that. So really it's up to Kellen Moore how he wants to get these guys open. But the difference is absolutely insane, and can't wait to see these guys on the field this year. Now, I want to talk about Fletcher Cox and obviously Jason Kelce. They're, it's post-June, so they're officially on the retired list. So what do the numbers actually look like as of right now? But so you're saving about a little over $2 million with Jason Kelce and Fletcher Cox retiring. Now, with Jason Kelce, the dead caps, okay, for both, okay, is 8.6 and 24, 16.4, okay, in 2025. So that's a big cap number for next year. So they save a little over $2 million this year, but it's a big cap number, 16.4 next year for both players retiring. That's a big cap hit. So I'm not really worried about that too much. We know how he's really good with the cap. I think he'll get around that, and God knows what other moves we're going to make. There's a lot of moves they can make after this season by next off season, all that great stuff. So there is time for more moves to happen. So, we'll see. I mean, 16.4 cap hit is pretty much a player being on the roster, which he's not even being on the roster right now. So, I think they'll be able to maneuver around that in some case when it comes to another move and kind of balance it out a little bit. And I think we'll be perfectly fine. Not really worried about that too much. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, I kind of want to talk about the new signing, Matt Sharping, adding more veteran talent to the offensive line, another guard coming in with the amount of guards that we have, and the competition at right guard, the Justin Jefferson deal that makes the Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown deal make Howie Roseman look like the king of Philadelphia. And obviously Fletcher Cox and Jason Kelce's numbers for retiring, not on the team anymore, and that's pretty much where we're at right now. If you guys haven't checked out the Philly Shakedown podcast merch, definitely check out some of the merch. We have 6XL t-shirts now. We have women t-shirts. We have youth t-shirts now, and we have a lot more merch coming out in the coming weeks and a big release before the season. Link in the description for all of that. I'm going to be actually making a video on some of the shirts, what it looks like in person instead of seeing stock photos of things. So, but other than that, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm ready for minicamp. Can't wait. And I will see you guys on the next one. Shakes what falls. Peace out, guys. Base.